Event. We will start with
Dave.
We will start with our third place finisher today, driver of the number 74 Mazda Speed Stop Tech Racing Heart Mazda 6. Our point leader, Jason Saini. Jason started second on the grid, but you ran third the whole way. Take us through the day. Start with the start of the race.
Yeah, I actually had a great light on the start, but I spun the tires, so Peter was still kind of standing still, and I'm like, oh great, I'm gonna be able to get him into turn one, and the tires just lit up. So, then both Eric and Charles got around me, and they fought a little bit. Unfortunately, Eric and Peter had a little contact there, and then I was just third, and running behind Charles and trying to work with him and see if we couldn't draft together, work together, talk on the radio, whatever we had to do to figure out how to get around this guy, and that's what we did the majority of the race. So, couldn't get out of third, but I'll take a third for sure.
At the point where Peter started to pull away a little bit, did you ever have a notion that maybe you might have been a little bit quicker than Charles at any point and try to get in front of him and maybe chase him down?
No, I mean we were running basically the exact same lap times most of the race. We were just doing it in different places, and really instead of focus on that, I kind of got on the radio with Charles and said, hey, work on this spot. I tried to help him in a spot, and I think that helped. As soon as he started doing a little bit differently, and then I started watching what he was doing in turn one, and he started watching what I was doing in five, and we just kind of worked together. We watched what we were doing and we tried to combine. I think that's that, and the fact that TriPoint puts together such a good car, it just gets better throughout the race. And Peter got away, but our cars came good, and we were able to reel him back in. So all credit to the team there. But yeah, we just worked together, and I never felt like I could have caught Peter. In fact, I was just thinking that I knew Charles could, and I was cheering him on. Especially, I made a mistake there at the end. Somebody pulled some dirt on the track in turn two, and I got into it and almost went around. And then from there I was out of that fight. But I was cheering Charles on. I'm like, you can get him.
All right, congratulations on a great run. Jason maintains and extends his point lead in the championship. Finishing second today, driver of the number 73 Mazda Speed Racing Heart Stop Tech Mazda 6, Charles Espenlaub. Charles, it's good to see you back on the podium. It's been a little while. You scored your only series win here a few years ago. Had some bad luck this year, but a great run for you today. How's it feel to be back on the podium?
Really good. It's one of those racing things. You have problems and mechanical things break, and you get the monkey on your back, so to speak. But it makes it really sweet to be up here. And once again, the TriPoint guys do a great job every single weekend with the car, and they just did a good job again this weekend. The Mazda 6 was really good the whole race.
From your perspective, Peter pulled out a bit of a gap, and then, as Jason said, you guys started clicking off a little bit quicker lap times. You set the both very fast lap of the race. Take us through the race and how your car held up throughout the run.
It actually, even from the start, I got a little bit of a run on Peter, and we ran pretty much door to door all the way through 1 and 2. And once again, it says a lot. It's a pleasure to run with him in that way. And it seemed like I had a little bit of a stronger car for the first couple of laps. He was chasing the back a little bit, and I was going to try and attack him a little bit harder there. And my car was really good in the beginning, and it's a long race, so I wanted to see how it kind of played out. And he actually, scooted off a little bit, and then Jason and I started working together, and we were able to reel him back in a little bit. And I was trying to put the pressure on him, but he doesn't crack too easy. I was even playing with his ear up there during his interview, and he didn't do anything. So, the guy doesn't crack under pressure, so I learned a lot from him.
Well, congratulations on a great run for second place. And the driver of the number 1 Acura Redline Oil Real-Time Racing Acura TSX hasn't won a World Challenge Touring Car race since 2007, despite winning the championship last year. Peter Cunningham, congratulations on your record-extending 32nd World Challenge win. Went flag to flag today. Tell us about the run.
At the start I was afraid of rolling there and didn't want to let the clutch out too much too soon, and I probably was looking for change there for the next toll when the lights went out, but I had a good start and didn't get too much wheel spin and held the lead. But at the end of that first lap, Eric Foss got a great run and kind of passed me on the outside of turn 8, and we were side by side, but he was ahead of me, and I don't know if I understeered into him or he was coming down towards me, but I just went tink, and that was all it took for him to go around, and so that was the only bad thing that happened in the race. Feel bad for him on that, but good news is he was able to get back and going again. From there, yeah, definitely Charles was pressuring me early on there, and I wasn't sure, how much longer I could hold on, but then all of a sudden I just started clicking off some laps, and I started to pull a gap a little bit. And just when I thought, okay, wow, this, I might be able to hang on to this thing, all of a sudden, in like 2 laps, Charles and Jason seemed like they were right back on top of me. I put my head down again and just tried to not make mistakes and not be too conservative in 5 and turn 10, and was able to keep clicking off the laps. And then right there towards the end I thought, oh great, now I'm going to lead this whole thing and Charles is going to get me on the last lap, but was able to hold on and get the very first victory for the brand new 2009 Acura TSX. So we're very proud of that. This new TSX is fantastic. Real Time did a great job putting it together. And from here, we'll just try to keep racking up some points.
All right, congratulations.